Hi, my name is Kathy King. My partners' names are Adria Kopensky and Russell Boyd. As a team, we have developed a Christmas pet food drive for our project management course. On the next couple of slides, I will talk about our project scope, the objectives, assumptions, dependencies, and constraints. Then we'll move on to the project plans. After that, Adria will talk about our communication plan and risk management plan. Last, Russell will go over the implementation plan and closing the project plan. Project scope: to raise food for pets who are in need due to circumstances, located in Waukesha, Wisconsin during Christmas. Objectives: food drives specifically for four-legged mammals, raise awareness, help families in need, community engagement, involve Humane Animal Welfare Society in Waukesha, marketing presence for stakeholders and partners, Waukesha Food Pantry resources. Here are our assumptions. Acquire stakeholders, local pet stores. Use social media for marketing. Pass flyers out at Waukesha Farmers Market from September to October. Use Waukesha Food Pantry for distributing. Volunteer registration online at waukeshafoodpantry.org. Start date September 2018. Collect pet food time frame from September 2018 to November 30th, 2018. Accepting recipient applications. Start date November 19th, 2018 to December 14th, 2018. Distributing from December 17th, 2018 to December 21st, 2018 to recipients. Moving on to dependencies. Stakeholders will take care of costs through cash donations. Social media will begin the awareness of the pet food drive, seek volunteers and recipients. Waukesha Food Pantry will lend their resources, for example, donation bins, transportation, warehouse, and other needs. Humane Animal Welfare Society of Waukesha presents for awareness of shelter purposes and community involvement to prevent homeless or unwanted pets. Volunteers sign up through Waukesha Food Pantry website. And then we have the constraints. Time. Is the time frame too long or too short? Cost. Will funds be available through stakeholders? Resources. Parties involved willing to share the workload. Risk. Too little or too much donations. Quality. Smooth operation. Now moving on to our project plan. Here are a few bullet points of what we will be going through on the next couple of slides. First one will be mission, just knowing what our purpose is, and then getting incorporated, legal filings, set up business, local food pantry, marketing, branding, and presence, partners, their resources, recipients, qualified applicants. Our mission. Our goal is to help families affected by the current economic climate by keeping their pets fed so they can remain with the families who love them. By providing a place where owners can get the pet food they need, they won't have to consider surrendering their companion animal due to lack of food. This is very important because we see time to time in shelters where the overflow of pets and not being able to find their owners or not being able to find a new home for them. Getting incorporated. Here are some things that we needed to find out before we started this food drive. So there's legal filing, storing regulations, distributing regulations, and then going with Waukesha Food Pantry guidelines. Laws and regulations. Food donor liability protection. So it says here both state and federal laws protect donors from liability. In 1996, President Clinton signed Public Law 104-210, the Bill Emerson Good Samaritan Food Donation Act, to encourage donation of food and grocery products to nonprofit organizations for distribution to needy individuals. The law protects donors from civil and criminal liability should fit and wholesome product donated in good faith later cause harm to a recipient. Just saying that it protects a person or the company that is donating this food to a nonprofit organization, that if anything were to happen to the person that it was donated to, the recipient, that they are protected under this act. And then we have Wisconsin statute 895.51, liability exemption. Food donation, sale, for distribution also provides protection. Any person engaged in the processing, distributing, or sale of food products for nonprofit or not-for-profit who donates or sells at a price not to exceed overhead and transportation costs qualified food to a charitable organization or food distribution service is immune from civil liability for the death or injury to any individual caused by the qualified food donated or sold by the person. This again is stating just another example of the protection that is needed in case something were to happen to someone that the food has been donated to. Set up business. Location, Waukesha Food Pantry in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Distributing food also by Waukesha Food Pantry. Donation bins, local pet stores and veterinary clinics and hospitals, and transportation. Locations, September 2018 to November 30th, 2018. Bins are set at specific local pet stores who are stakeholders, no further than 5-mile radius from Waukesha Food Pantry. Pickup days will be Tuesday and Fridays from 4 p.m. These local pet stores are Pet World, Petlicious Dog Biscuit Bakery, Petco, and Pet Chef Express. Another location which will also start September 2018 to November 30th, 2018. Donation bins are set in some veterinary clinics and hospitals in 5-mile radius also. Pickups are Monday and Thursdays from 4 p.m. Here are the names. Dental Care Veterinary Hospital, VCA Associates in Pets Care Animal Hospital, Pet Care Animal Hospital, Waukesha Animal Hospital, West Ham Veterinary Clinic. Moving on to marketing. Branding, create a nonprofit logo. Presence, networking with local pet stores, schools, and nonprofit organizations. Social media, communicating to the community. Flyers passed out at local events. Recipient applications, collect data for future pet food drive. This is the logo that we created for our pet food drive. We will put this on our volunteers t-shirts, also on the side of Waukesha Food Pantry truck, and our donation bins. This is our logo that we created for our Christmas pet food drive. This will be used for our marketing efforts in social media, put on our volunteers t-shirts, also put on Waukesha Food Pantry trucks that we will be using to transport our donation bins. These will also be on the Waukesha Food Pantry donation bins, and other use that we can think of, like flyers for our events that would help promote this. Here are our partners, Waukesha Food Pantry, being able to use the resources they provide to help the community and to be able to utilize their warehouse for storing, distributing, transportation, and online recipient applications. And Humane Animal Welfare Society, Waukesha County Animal Shelter, just being able to use their resources as well as to bring awareness to the community about homeless pets and preventing unwanted pets. Waukesha Food Pantry. This is their resources that we use. Legal coverage, transportation, donation bins, storage, volunteers, marketing, data collection, applications for recipients, and distributing. Humane Animal Welfare Society, also known as HAWS. They are to raise awareness, no-kill movement, spay and neuter program, adoption, animal rescue, training classes, and wildlife assistance. Volunteers. All volunteers sign up through Waukesha Food Pantry website. Job timeline from September 2018 to December 21st, 2018. They will be sorting, storing, packaging, and handing products to recipients. Qualified recipients: anyone who lives in Waukesha, Wisconsin with proof of address and picture ID. First come, first serve, low-income families, registered pet owners, hogs, and homeless. Registrations and qualifications. All applicants must go to the Waukesha Food Pantry. Registration hours, go to website. Special requests for delivery due to circumstances upon approval. Must be 18 and older to apply. One application per household. ID must be valid and presented for pickup. Now I'm going to turn it over to Adria.
Between the three group members, Adria Karpinski, Kathy King, and Russ Boyd, it was decided early on that with our busy schedules, it would be best to first text to let everyone know that we have updated something to the forum or emailed. Next, the group members would look at the email or forum and respond as soon as they could. Finally, a call was next if it was very urgent. This plan allowed all group members to know what was going on and when members were working on the project. Weekly status reports help show our accomplishments, next steps, risks, and other issues that may arise, and key milestones along the way. They are done each week based on guidelines and progress for the project. Each week, all three team members pitch in and collaborate to complete. Typically, one person will post a summary of what the group has accomplished. Then the other team members will look at it and add things if needed. Then it will be submitted. In the risk management plan, the first step is to identify possible risks. In this project, some risks are too many donation sites leading to unorganized pickup. Supplies donated for animals that aren't as popular won't be as useful, such as small animal or reptile items. The time frame for donating might not be long enough for people to get to the donation sites, and winter weather may affect pickup efforts. The next step is to analyze the risk, including what would happen if there was no solution for it, or if the solution was not followed through. Finally, mitigating the risk and eliminating it requires a plan to resolve the risk. For the example of winter weather, the solution plan would be to skip donation pickup for that day or use a larger vehicle that is safe to drive in the snow. The escalation process is planning for unexpected road bumps in order to be dealt with maturely and quickly. Larger vehicles better in the snow to pick up would help with bad weather and fitting more into the vehicles for transport. Having a set date to pick up all donations, that way it only takes one day instead of spreading it out over multiple days.
The implementation plan. There are several key items that we need to do to make our pet food drive successful. And a lot of that revolves around volunteers. So several of the things we're going to need to do is we're going to coordinate the start date with the volunteers. We're also going to schedule the volunteers. And then we're going to train the volunteers on receiving monetary donations. Along with that, we're going to be testing the iPads to receive monetary donations. I know some people will pay in cash, and that's all good and well, but the vast majority of the population is switching over to using credit cards, and we want to be able to take donations from credit cards. We'll also have the website and app ready to receive donations for our pet food drive. And this will come in handy if people hear through a friend, or if they hear our radio ad or see our Facebook post about our pet food drive. There will be a place that they can go to and send in their donation. And the last part of our implementation plan is we're going to reconfirm kickoff day with our sponsors and stakeholders. Kickoff day is the first big day of our launch of our pet food drive. And we've had several meetings and discussions with our sponsors and stakeholders, and we just want to let them know we are getting ready to launch our drive. Here is a list of some of the items that we will be collecting for our pet food drive. This is a list is from the Humane Animal Welfare Society, and we're going to post copies of this at the Waukesha Food Pantry, obviously the Humane Society where this is part of, and then at all our places where we're going to be taking donations, all our drop-off store locations, and then this will also be posted on our Facebook page. That way, if any of you out there are looking for a specific item to donate, we have a list of things that we will greatly appreciate you donating. The deployment method will consist of using the Waukesha Food Pantry's truck to drop off donation bins, banners, and yard signs on the Thursday and Friday right before kickoff day, Saturday. We're going to try to get everything lined up at each drop-off site so that there's no problems on Saturday getting things squared away. We're also going to have one staff member and at least 3 volunteers at the various donation locations for kickoff day. That way, if there's an outpouring of donations and support, we will have the numbers to be prepared for that. We'll also be assigning the iPads to the team leaders. And this isn't trying to be rude to any volunteers or anything like that, but we just do not want to lose the iPads, misplace them, and or have them stolen. They do cost a little bit of money, and we do not want to replace them. We're also going to be picking up dog and cat costumes, just kind of a help out, be a little more of an icebreaker and wave at people and kids and families as they come through the various donation locations on kickoff day, just to kind of make the mood a little happier and a little more delightful. We'll also be preparing a script for donations. And at first guess, everyone's like, why do I need a script? But just something along the lines that you can open up a conversation. Something like, hi, I'm Russ from the Waukesha Food Pantry, and we are holding our annual Christmas pet food drive to help out needy animals this holiday season. Would you like to help us reach our goal? Something as simple as that, just to get people talking so that you can have a conversation. That way it's not a cold ask, but it comes across as something warm and inviting and something that you want to do. You want to help out needy pets this holiday season. Changing our readiness. We have been practicing and rehearsing our walkthroughs, and we are on the cusp of going live with our pet food drive. We need to transition the website from practice and test mode to active mode so people will have a link to donate and or they'll have a location of where they can go to drop off pet food. We're also going to do the same thing with the iPad. We're going to put that in active donation mode as well. And this would be a great time that if any of the volunteers or the team members would like to donate, this could be the start of our pet food donation drive. We're also going to give the volunteers, team members, sponsors, and stakeholders a good old pep talk. And we're going to tell them about this awesome opportunity to raise money and food for pets in need. So hopefully that pep talk will allow us to put on our happy faces. That way we can go out and tell everybody about our pet food drive. As we go live for our pet food drive, there's only a handful of activities left that need to be taken care of. We just want to walk through the warehouse again to confirm that it's set for storage and sorting. It's already prepped, just doing a double check just to make sure. We also want to activate the radio and Facebook advertising. That way, if people want to drop off pet food, they know where they're going. We're also going to get the volunteers and the staff to the drop-off locations for kickoff day. And kickoff day is going to be the start of the store donation campaign for our pet food drive. One of the best things about kickoff day is that we're going to have dog and cat costumes that our volunteers and our team members are going to be wearing. We're also going to take pictures of people wearing these costumes and post it on our Facebook page, just to make things interesting and to support our pet food drive. We're also going to make a record of the donations for tax purposes, and also so that the Waukesha Food Pantry has an updated list and they can add more people to their sponsor list, to their volunteer list, to their donation list. Here's a snapshot of our budget for our pet food drive. A couple of things that stand out is the iPad rental, and although this seems like a high cost, these iPads have special software that will allow us to populate with the Waukesha Food Pantry's fundraising donor list. So this will save us a lot of time with no tedious secondary and copying or matching up between lists. We're also going to be doing some Facebook and radio advertising. So that's some of the bigger numbers you're going to see up on the board here. And then the Waukesha Food Pantry has graciously allowed us to use their delivery truck. So we save a significant portion of money by not having to rent a delivery truck. However, we're responsible for fuel costs for the delivery truck. It's going to probably be about $500, and then the driver's wages are roughly around $1,800 as we need to pay the driver for the extra services that they're providing. So total, we're looking at about a $10,900 budget for our pet food drive. We have had a great pet food drive. We've raised a lot of money and collected a lot of pet food for the Waukesha Food Pantry. So now it's time to close the project. And to do that, we need to pick up all the donation bins, banners, and yard signs. We want to leave things looking nice and neat and nothing obsolete. We're also going to make sure we've distributed all the collected donations to the owners and the pets that need this food. That's what this drive is about, is raising money and food for people who need it. We're also going to clean the warehouse. We don't want to leave a mess for anybody, nor do we want to get charged if we leave a mess for the Waukesha Food Pantry. So we're going to keep that clean. We're also going to have a meeting with our stakeholders, and two of the things we're going to talk about with our stakeholders is we're going to compare our current budget with our original budget, see where we came in, if we're over, if we're under, or if we just didn't budget enough for certain things. And then at that time, we'll also evaluate if we met our goal, if our goal is too high or our goal is too low. And we'll see if our stakeholders and sponsors are satisfied with what we have done at this pet food drive. We're also going to make sure that we add all donors to the Waukesha Food Pantry fundraising list. This is a benefit of holding the pet food drive, is that not only do they get donations, monetary and food donations, but there's also then more contacts for the food pantry to use for their fundraising efforts. And last but not least, we're going to celebrate with a party. And this is going to be for our volunteers, our team members, our sponsors, and our stakeholders. Well, we are going to have a party for a job well done. Thank you.